set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in. It's a Monday Night Primetime showdown between the Chicago Bears and the Washington Commanders. Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And Monday Night Primetime is underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. What is up? They're going to run here. Kyle Manunga. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
When one defender failed, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball, make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Williams from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. Gets some space around midfield. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. A good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Here we go.
Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's whole hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. He's got it near the 8. So it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Solid opening drive so far, Brock. Few chances to cap it here. This is 1st and goal. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bears take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Come on. Set, go.
Daniel's going to throw to get us started. Completes one to Ben Sinnott. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Viking 18.
Daniels now on first down. Short pass brought in. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
18 Cardinal, 18 Street, Street. Panther Street, Panther Street.
Now Daniels to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. This one nearly moves the chains, but he stopped just shy of that marker. 6-yard pickup brings up third down.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt. Even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard.
Let's go. Ready,
First carry of the game now for the rookie out of Arizona. And he's tackled with a first down yardage. Love the way they decided to keep the drive moving, Brock, pounding it forward, setting an early tone on this opening drive.
It sure does, both physically and then mentally as well, because you know and I know successful run often leads to great play-action pass.
Ready. Hot 70. Hot. Ready.
Firing quickly out wide, Daniels. Not a little, not a lot. Ball to about the 25. Tackle made by Jaquan Brisker.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now. They need 7.
Go, Reed. Go. Stephanie.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Looking for his back, but it will not find him. That's incomplete. Brings up third down. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on third down.
Here we go. Here we go. Panther 6.
A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And they get stuffed. He is knocked backwards on the play. That makes it 4th down.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down. Jake Moody.
Here's Jake Moody for the field goal. There's a 44-yard look from the right hash. Moody knocks it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
They were able to answer a score with a score. Maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. With some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. Connects downfield, on target to Burton. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, here who got to have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
All right, here we go. Second down. Here's Williams. Oh, man, it's Colston Loveland. No yak this time. They got on him quickly, down at the 32-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. It's a good work to help reset those chains.
It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. 7-3 is our score. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They'll have second down as they look to continue this good drive. Going one again with Swift. And he's going to be bottled up just a few yards into that second down run.
It'll be this kid's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Third and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Rushed out of the pocket. That's Cox. This is Loveland. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He's got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Chicago touchdown. The Bears now lead by 10. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of those blockers right out the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10.
Ready? Bronco 80. Go.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Right side, cut by Sinnott. And he's going to get this one at the 36-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
16 yards. That's good for a Commander's first down.
60 Vikings. 60
First and
Vikings.
10 at the 36-yard line.
Ready? Go. Ready?
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that'll be first down Chicago.
First down Bears.
Now here's Williams. This is brought in. Big gain here for Loveland. He gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains.
That's a
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
First down, Williams. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Oh, it's a push with a tight end. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal.
Went into their bag of tricks just a little bit there. The surprise handoff, not enough to get the touchdown. But I'll tell you what, I'm kind of excited to see the next wrinkle off that one, because I don't think that was just a one-off.
Leading 10 yards now as they line up at second and goal. What is up? To throw is Williams. And he'll score. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears parlay the interception into points. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bears push their lead to 18. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes first and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's thrown again. Caught by Deebo Samuel. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on first down.
10 yards.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Out of the gun, Daniels. He goes right back to Samuel. And this one will get them into enemy territory. Hit and stop quickly. Catch moves him to the 48. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. And dose of the hurry up here.
At the 48-yard line.
Big Lion.
Going on first down, Daniels. Oh, should have had another one there. Defense getting opportunity after opportunity to pick it off. The 2 in a row now have slipped away.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
Almost had back-to-back interceptions. A chance for him now to clean things up here on second down.
Cowboy 80. Go.
Daniels is going to throw again. Has him on the quick hitter. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up third and short.
A gain of 9 brings up third and 1.
Just 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Third and a lone yard coming up.
Check. Hurt. Let's go now.
Looking to throw on third and 1. It's a big strike downfield to Samuel. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders jump some of the lead off before the half. Deebo Samuel to touchdown.
That coach knew he was going to wear one to get that throw away, and he'll be happy to make that trade-off every single time when it leads to a touchdown.
Jake Moody on for the PAT. point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders make it an 11-point ball game.
Commanders 10. Jake Moody to kick
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Luther Burden now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Bears take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes first and 10. On play action, Williams. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. It's the first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He'd been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it. Right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball. And they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Williams from the gun. Finds him over the middle. Good pickup, but he's denied that first down. The stop comes at the 32-yard line.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. To the ground, it's Monanga. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
First down, Chicago.
Williams off the play fake. That's complete. Cole Kmet. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be first down Bears.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, just a little icing on the cake.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout Chicago. It uses its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. And let that pass rush get home.
Motion a receiver left. Rolling from the gun here. Into a crowd and intercepted. Kane Toronto makes the play. And the Commanders are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. 2nd and long. They didn't have to pass, Brock, but you kind of knew that was what was coming. And they had the right coverage out there to pick it off.
Yeah, you really have two choices here, Kate, offensively, right? You could play conservative, try to get to a manageable 3rd down, or you go step on the gas with aggressiveness. And I love aggressiveness. The problem? Well, this defense saw it coming, and even more so, they took it away. They went up and attacked it and got the ball for themselves.
Daniels on first down. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it.
one falls incomplete this first half so far. It's not met the standard they set for themselves.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Smash. Let's go. Ready.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. You know, it's great flying through the air, Brock. The problem's on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Come on. Come on. Set. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Ready.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, or right at the 31. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. He's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Big Lion. Ready. Viking 18. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Firing quickly out of line. Daniels. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Third. Let's go now. 70 Lions.
To throw again, it's Daniels. Throws caught. And he drives this forward to the 6. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
At the 6-yard line.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6.
Ready. Hawk 70. Hawk. Hey. Smash front. Ready.
Again, Daniels to the air. He brings it in. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Samuel now to return it. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Red. Cougar 19. 90 Lions. Go.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Second and 10, still at the 28.
Ready. Hawk 7.
Frosty Merritt gets it from the gun. Second down run, good for 4. That brings up 3rd down. Offense in a hurry up here.
Taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of
3rd and short, Daniels.
3rd and 5.
Short pass brought in. And this spot is going to be closed, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
Ready.
They're going to go. It's Daniels. He finds him beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 44 before he stops. How about 19 yards on 4th down, partner? And the call to go for it pays off.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run and break tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
Come on. Set. Bronco 8, Cowboy 80.
Now run it out of the pistol. Koski Merritt. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Offense to the line for second down.
Let's go. 70, Timberwolves.
Running this one left. He's going to get him 7 there. It's third down coming up.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
Seventh play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3.
Get it. Viking 18, 60.
They go inside give to Koski Merritt. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
All right, looks like this is the moment. They're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on 4th.
70 Lions.
They're going to try to throw for it. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Some nice field position here. Bears getting set. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Williams. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here's Swift on 2nd down. Get some space around midfield. 3 inside the 30. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Chicago.
Anytime you go over half the field in one play, totally changes the complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end the series with some type of points.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. They go with Manunga here. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
One thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. They'll run it with Manunga. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. 5 DBs out there for the Commanders on 3rd. Air it out on 3rd. And that is caught. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears push their lead further to start the half. It's a roll the dudes, a touchdown.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. You have that middle field openers, or is it a single eye or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Samuel now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Hauled in by Lane. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Offense up to the line fast.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
Ready.
Throwing now, Daniels. Puts everything he has under this one. He's got it at the 30. And this will reach the opposing 25-yard line.
A gain of 43
Check,
yards.
check, hustle, hustle.
Offense in the hurry up here.
First down.
18 Cardinals, hot 70, hot 70.
10 at the 25-yard line.
Ready.
First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Throw left side's caught by Szsn. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
10 at the 13-yard line.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10.
Hey, smash from 70 Timberwolves.
From the red zone on first. Escapes the pocket. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
Got it, ready.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
Check, hurt, hurt, hot.
To the air again, Daniels. And he scores. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Deebo Samuel, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes.
Ready, break.
I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Will line up for the 2-point
60
conversion.
Bison, 60 Bison. Cougar 19. Street, street.
Daniels is going to throw again. And he's going to get in there for 2. The lead shrinks to 10. Well, not the way they drew it up, partner, but when it works, who cares? They didn't defend the check down throw, and it's open for 2.
I could still remember one of my first red zone days way back when. Touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. Now, I know it's not a touchdown, but this check down, well, it was a valuable 2 points.
Burden now to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be first down Bears.
Well, more often than not, it's a passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
On play action, Williams. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Hey, I gotta believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. Working from the gun, Williams. He's got a man left. And they get this down to the 44 before he stops. The big play nets him 17 yards. And now be first down, Chicago. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. First down. Here's Swift. And they will stop him at the line on what proves to be the final play of this third quarter. All right, we reach the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's Bears football to begin the fourth as they try to hang on to the lead in a close game. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Staying grounded with Swift. Good running there to get around 6, but now they've got 3rd down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Williams to throw on 3rd. Throw left side is hauled in by Loveland. They touch him down at the spot as we wait to hear about this flag on the field. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. After the holding call, they're going to need even more now on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Made the throw as he was getting hip block, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 4th and long. Chicago brings out the punting unit. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. The Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. This one goes for an even 25 yards. That's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Has him on a quick hitter. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st down from the 42.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Taking a shot deep here. And that is a Washington touchdown. The Commanders make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. They can tack on one more now, bring things back to within a field goal. And the kick is good, and we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff.
Jake Moody to kick off.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. On play action, here's Williams. He rolls to his right. He takes it himself. And he will wind up out of bounds after a 1st down and gain of right around 3 yards.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Give it to Manunga from the pistol. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Has his man caught by Odunze. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. When you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Running with Swift out of the gun. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Now it's Manunga. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down.
It's up 3rd and 3.
The Bears decide to call their 1st time out. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Back to throw it. Buying some time right. The right side hauled in by Komet. And they don't get much out of this pass. He's hauled down a little shy of that 1st. It's 4th down now.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let's go.
Trying to get it on the keeper. And what a hit there. Alex, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. fresh set of downs now from the 39. One guy with it. He's caught just as he crossed the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up a yard. It's going to be second down. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense earns a timeout.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Back-to-back carries here. Pushing for the red zone. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears make it a 9-point advantage. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. First and 10.
Ready?
From the gun, it's Daniels. That's incomplete left side. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, it hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Washington first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Hey, check that, check that. Hey. Gravity Lions. Ready?
Now Daniels to throw. It's caught. This is Jacory Krosky-Merritt. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line. Daniels now on first down. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two becomes three, and on.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line.
Third and 4.
To throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And 4th and 4 coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Need a touchdown and a field goal. Looks like they want the tougher part first. The offense going for it on 4th down.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Desperation time here. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Jalen Johnson with the pick. 30. He's at the 10. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Yeah, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future. They had somebody there waiting for it that time.
That one right down the middle. And the Bears take a 3-possession lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. On the return, this is McCaffrey. Who dodged the tackle. This makes it up to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Got it, ready?
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
Panther 60. Now let's go.
Daniels coming back after that pick. Trying to push deep downfield. Oh, Brother hits another interception. Zay Frazier has it. And the Bears are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Toss play, Swift. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Stay on schedule. SOS. We talk about it all the time offensively. You've got to stay on schedule, and a run like that puts you now so far behind the sticks. Going to take some superhuman effort now in 2nd down.
And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. So the Bears take this one on the road. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. The Bears winners. As with that, we sign off from D.C.